Yes, that's right. And I think it's fair to say that pressure now on the Home Secretary at the end of that week, in the wake of yesterday's tragedy, on the issue of immigration is perhaps at its highest for some time. Just a reminder of what happened over in the channel behind me in the early hours of yesterday morning. 6 people died and 59 others, survivors, were pulled from the water after an overloaded boat with more than 60 people on board sank off the coast of Sangatte in northern France. It was after the alarm was raised after a French patrol boat raised an alert after seeing the boat, and that sparked a large-scale coordinated response between Britain and France, a number of vessels from both countries involved in the search and rescue operation. Most of the survivors were brought to Calais, some to hospital, but a number, 22, were brought here to Dover by an RNLI boat. And we saw some of them being processed at a centre behind me in the harbour, and then they were taken off in 2 coaches. Now, this, as you say, comes after the government's so-called Small Boats Week, and it's now led to accusations that was a farcical week of immigration, linked immigration announcements, culminating in this tragedy. Announcements and around specifically the Bibi Stockholm barge, which has been described as a fiasco. Statistics as well coinciding with that week showing that for the first time since 2018, the number of migrants and refugees making the crossing from northern France here to British shores in small boats topped 100,000. And on Thursday, it saw the highest total number of crossings this year so far of 755. So renewed pressure on the Home Secretary, renewed calls for perhaps an alternative approach. And certainly in the Sunday papers this morning, various political voices describing the government plans as unworkable. But the reality is that, as you said there, more crossings are inevitable, and that means more deaths. The question remaining, what deterrent factors can possibly be put in place when the risk of death is still not a deterrent to thousands of people making that crossing every year?